Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at techtrader.com. It's Tuesday, the 3rd of October, and these are the charts of the day. Let's take a quick look at the indices. You can see that today was a kind of narrow consolidation day in the NASDAQ 100, while the S&P did move to new all-time highs as well as the Dow. Looking at it on the hourly chart, you can see multiple tops across here that are going to create some resistance for the NASDAQ 100, no question, right in there. So we're up against it. We've had a nice little run-up. So where there may be some resistance that could cause a pullback. However, with the S&P making new highs and positively diverging, or is the NDX negatively diverging? We don't know that yet. But the bottom line is, this does encourage traders at making new all-time highs in the S&P. Right now, my target's just about 25.50. If it goes out an angle like that, 25.48.50 in that zone. The NDX breaks out, we can get up to 60.40, 60.50. And so let's go to the charts of the day and take a look at some of the things that are moving. Obviously, biotech and tech are doing great, and we favor them in our trading. Here's a look at Arbutus, which I spotted a week and a half ago and exploded. Pulled back a nice flag, then reversed yesterday. I showed you that one. Today, a nice follow through. As you can see, it got to a nominal new high today at 8.25 and pulled back to 7.55. We're still up 30 cents on the day, or 4%, but at this point, it may need to back and fill a little bit. If I can see a little flag developing here, this may be very well make a pretty damn good move, and at some point, with 3.5 days to cover, we might very well get a move up towards the 10-11 range. Stay tuned. This could be interesting. CLSN explosive, 300% in one day. Some major news. Of course, the breakaway gap and the volume of 74 million was not only insane, but look at after hours, folks. The stock is trading up near 7. The high was $6.99 there, and it did tag 701. So it's a $7 stock now. This morning was $1.50. Can you imagine? So a pretty amazing move. Where's resistance now? Well, the zone up around the 7.5 and then 9 zone, which you might get a fall through to, would be dangerous because the stock could pull back and consolidate. But your targets are now 7.5, 9, and if it goes ballistic, 14. EYCT. Yesterday we showed you that big explosive day. Today was even bigger. It traded 61 million shares and was up another 62%. That's 225, and it closed off the highs, but a really spectacular day. Take a look what the high was, 655. That goes all the way back on my charts, way back in here, back in early 2015. I think I mentioned that last night, that would be resistance. Well, we got up to it, and certainly you can see back down from it, but not too badly. At this point, watch momentum on it, because it could take you as high as 9, 9.5. EDIT, well, that's a stock we've been liking for a long time, and you can see that recently it's been a nice uptrend. In the last 3-4 sessions, it's spiked off the 50-day moving average and trend line and made a new high, or at least a new 6 or 7 month high, taking out the top of the channel for now. It looks to me like the target would be the double top up around 28, and then maybe we can look at low 30s. 5 days to cover short. ELGX with a big day today, among other low-priced biotech and medical companies. This one exploded through resistance, that's 550, and may very well follow through tomorrow up in that 6, 6.25 range, but the ultimate target and where the major resistance lies up closer to 7.5, 3/4. 25 days to cover on this baby. EXAS with a really nice day today, over 50 for the first time, and you can see the long-term channel and long-term uptrend indicate the possibility we could see some more. I would not be surprised if that was the new channel angle and it made its way up to as high as 65 or 70 eventually. We'll see. HMNY with an interesting day as it came down, tested the gap, and then rallied right back up again. So watch not only 14, 15, 20, but the 11.5 range, which is support. We get to 14, 20, we may see 16, 18, 20, who knows what. The stock has got incredible momentum and stalled like it did here for 2 days. Very well may resume the advance and give this a major 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll see. Intellistat, late in the day this exploded. Take a look. And then pulled back, consolidating. But that was a breakout of a wedge today. And looking at the long-term chart, you'll see there's a spike high that went back in February of this year, when it was trading at 587. That's going to be your resistance along with 7.5, which is this area up there. So make it 7. So 6 and 7 are targets, potentially an I. 7 days to cover in that one. Another stock I discovered and I've been watching for a long time is called Iteris. One of my institutional clients told me about this back when I was trading at 2 or 3. I watched it, but I failed to give this to you. This is where the ideal buy point was here. Take a look. When you see a stock break out of a base, and then it forms a wedge or a flag, and then it forms another one. This was a pretty good buying opportunity in there, but take a look where it broke out there, just ran up. It's been going steadily higher, and at this point, a major uptrend's underway. The targets are 8 and 10 with 8.9 days to cover. ITI. Copen had a nice day today, trading more than 586,000 shares today. 10.5 days to cover. It looks like the squeeze is on. We'll see. But 460 is your resistance, period. We get through that. I'm looking for a short-term move to 5.25. Mankind popped out of a wedge after completing a base, or a flag, I should say. It got up to resistance today and stalled there, but it was still up 48 cents. I'm sorry, hang on. 2-day chart. There it is. It popped 48 cents or 20.5%. It's a big move. Next target is 350, and then we're looking at 440. Right up there. 6.4 days to cover. MRNS is in a beautiful rising channel, and the current pattern shows that it's at resistance and a rising flag within a rising channel. We could see the stock extend, and my target now is about 9. MTBC late in the day exploded. Here's your 1-minute chart. And at the end, and after hours, even went higher, reaching up near 4. 395 to be exact, from where we first spotted this afternoon on 215, so it nearly doubled since then. You can see the big spike. Now back in May, the stock exploded into the 385 area. That might very well get tested. Keep an eye on that one tomorrow. Match group exploding out of a rising wedge today and popping all the way up to 25.25 before backing off. It's still up 85 cents at 24.75. There's 9.3 days to cover. With the way this is constructed and looking right now, this could very well move into the high 20s and may even get to the low 30s. This should be a swing. I may put it out tomorrow. NTLA, fantastic chart. Base, breakout platform, holding the moving averages, breaking out and running up, running back to retest, and then exploding the last 2 days, right to resistance. You look at the long-term all-time high, it's right there. Any additional upside, we can see this into high 30s. 7.5 days to cover. It may be long in the tooth and may need some consolidation in here, but it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Pixel broke out of a little inverse head and shoulders or a rounding bottom, and at this point, a swing was put on today. I believe we're going to test this level pretty soon, like 620, and then get up to 7 and better. The longer-term target, around 9, 9.5. 4 days to cover short. Quote, well, quotient, after popping and breaking out of the base right here, and breaking out of that pattern, that was a breakout day and a breakaway gap. It moved up the channel and beautifully, and it's still going. Today up another 80 cents or 5%. 550,000 traded. It looks to me like it's headed towards the 1920 zone. 9.5 days to cover, as I said. SGH, a fairly new IPO in the semiconductor group, has been acting beautifully, particularly this week when it turned around at 20 and ran to 30. It's 10 points up in a week. May need to back and fill and consolidate, but I like this stock for further upside. Sangamo, one of our swings, doing great. 5 days in a row now up. Another 55 cents at 3.4%. It sure looks like it's headed to 20, doesn't it? Veronis, also heading higher. $1.30, up 3%. Making a new multi-year, if not all-time high. No, it's a multi-year high. I could see it going into high 40s right now. And my target after 45 is upwards of 48 to 50. Well, your Endike is doing its stuff again. You saw the big move, the 5-wave advance, and the long coiling base pattern. It broke out there. We've had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this looks to me like another consolidation that may take this even higher. Watch for a squeeze up to mid-50s on it. Finally, Zyne had a beautiful day today. Now look, after the big pop on news the other day, it pulled right back to the 50, and the prior spike high from August held it. It's moving back up today. A nice pop today of $1.09 of 12.5%. This is what we need to watch. The prior spike high at about 11.25. If we get through that, we're looking at 14.50. There's 4 days to cover. It feels like that may occur. Stay tuned. We'll find out soon, won't we? This is HP. Have a good evening.